All right, we are going to take this towards side crow today. So this is going to take us into a whole lot of twisting, so a lot of crosswise moving back and forth, and a lot of lengthening from one side to the next. And keep in mind, the length is what allows you to twist. So we're going to take it through other areas as well, obviously. But I have one demonstration before you begin, and that is going to be the entry that we take towards side crow today. Now, there's a few ways to come into this pose, and I don't normally teach it like this. I've done this before, so this may be familiar to you. But what we're going to take this into here is basically you're going to come into this from a low lunge, and you can come into a position where you've even got the legs twisted once you come into the pose. Now, keep in mind, this is an arm balance. If you're having trouble getting into the arm balance, which you might, especially if your arms are short in relation to your torso, it's pretty hard to get into the shape. Don't worry about balancing everything and bringing your feet to the floor if you can't quite get there. The whole reason to come into this is because it takes a deep twist. The deep twist is what you're after, and that's what matters first, so work that as best you can. So when you're coming into this, at the end of the sequence here, once we get in the main part of the flow, you're going to be in a low lunge, basically. We want to keep this kind of loose, and this can be a little bit of a sloppy transition here, but just work it as best you can and just adjust as you need. So you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're going to go right from here to a three-legged dog. So I'm going to sweep my right leg back, and then I'm going to bring this forward and step it forward to the left side. So my legs are already twisted from the way I've already stepped here. Now I'm going to bring the back knee down. So my left knee's on the floor, my right foot's forward, but over to the left side. And then from here, I'm going to keep my right hand down, shift around if you need to. But you're going to reach one arm high, bring the elbow down to press into the thigh to hold your twist, and then bring that hand down to the floor to brace it. Now, bring both hands in line and just concentrate on keeping your twist. So your elbow's pressing to your thigh, pull your chest forward, look forward. And if all you want is a twist, then this is where you want to stay here. And just breathe into this. And when you're done, you can take it through the Vinyasa. Now, if you're going to take things further, there's multiple steps, and just take it as far as you're ready. You can tuck the toes of the back foot, hover that knee, bring more weight forward, and maybe start to bring your shoulders, pull the elbows forward and pull the elbows back, and you can lift that front foot. This is good enough as well. If you want to take it further, keep leaning, and then you can lift that back leg. You got to bring the shoulders forward and just hold your twist. Now you can keep that back leg extended. You can cross the legs. You can come into eagle. You can come into a tuck with the legs stacked and extend to one side. You can scissors out. You got a whole bunch of options. If you're able to come into balancing, you just play with whatever position the legs are in. Just keep the twist. That is the one essential part of the pose. As you're coming into this, I guess the other essential thing would be not to put your face on the floor, all right? Then you're not really balancing here. So just work it as best you can. See how far you want to go with all that. And again, if coming to the arm balance is too much, just hold that deep twist and try to hold it for at least 5 breaths, and then go take it through the Vinyasa from there. And just work things as best you can. We're going to do a whole lot to prep before we actually come into that pose, so just keep all that in mind. So to get this started, just bring yourself to a seat. I want to start this cross-legged. Bring your right leg in first and then the left leg in front. And just set this up with your hands up off the floor. Now just find a position where you can actually sit this upright without a whole lot of extra effort. So you need to be able to tilt your pelvis forward to keep your spine tall. And if you feel like this is too much of a strain or that you have to round, slide your foot forward a little bit and maybe let the knees come out wide and maybe take this a little bit looser. But once you find your position, just go ahead and sit this up tall, and we're going to start this out twisting to warm things up. So just set the right hand down to the floor behind you. Left arm comes down past your right thigh, and just keep the top of the head reaching up. Look back over your right shoulder, and just feel that twist move through your midsection here. And then just let this go and take it to the other side. Left hand sets down behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. And then release and take it back to the right side, right hand behind. Left arm outside your right thigh. Sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over the right shoulder. Keep your left arm pressing into your right leg and just keep breathing. And then go ahead, release and turn back to center. Now, just see that you're anchored here on your sit bone. Sit this up tall. Draw into the belly and around the low ribs. Just keep your hands at your sides, but stay light on your fingers. Let the shoulders sink down. Keep your neck nice and long. Pull your chin in just a little bit. And just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. When you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. Now set your hands down behind you, lean back and reverse the cross. Bring the left leg in first, right leg in front. And again, take a moment. Just pick your hands up off the floor, sit this up tall. And see if you can tilt your pelvis forward. You can always slide the feet forward just a little bit. And then let's take the twist here to warm things up. Left hand sets behind, right arm outside to your left thigh. Sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. And then go ahead, release this and take it the other way. Turn right. Right hand sets to the floor behind, left arm outside your right thigh. Sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder. And then let it go and take it to the other side one more time. Left hand down behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. Reach the crown of the head straight up. Look back over your left shoulder and just keep breathing here. And then just turn back to center and still sit this up tall. And let's take things slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center one more time. And then bring your hands down behind you, lean back, and just cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands. Bring your knees down. And then just come back to sitting on your heels. We're going to take this with a side bend from here. So just stay upright, left hand to the floor at your side, and let's lean left. Go ahead, bring your right arm up and over, lean to the left side and stretch this out long, bend the left elbow, and keep the right shoulder pulled back. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, press your hips up and forward. Keep stretching out your right side. And then go ahead, bring it back down, back to your heels. Right hand to the floor. Reach your left arm up and over, gaze up high, pull the left shoulder back. Kick down, squeeze your glutes, press your hips up and forward. And then go ahead, bring it all the way back down and take it to the left again. Left hand down, right arm reaching over to the left, bend into that left elbow. Stretch out long, kick into the floor, press your hips forward. And then bring it back down. Over to the right side again, right hand to the floor, left arm up and over, gaze up high. Kick down, squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward again. And then bring it back down. Over to the left side, left hand to the floor, right arm up and over to the left. Now stretch this out long, gaze up high, and again kick down. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and if you want to take it even further, keep reaching. But maybe step your right foot out to the side and stretch out from the right foot to the right hand. Just an option, keep in mind. And then bring it back down, come back to both heels. Right hand to the floor, left arm up and over, stretch this to the right. And then kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, hips press forward. And then maybe step your left foot to the side and stretch the left side long. And then bring it all the way back down, come back down to your heels. And then once you're down, just walk your hands forward, come into all fours. And we're going to take another stretch here to get this further into the hips. Now this is going to be sort of a sloppy pigeon setup from here. So I want you to bring your right knee forward behind your right wrist. And then swing the right foot over the left side. Don't worry about whether the shin's parallel to the front edge, but it's going to cross the short side of the mat. Now keep your hands at least a hand's length forward to the right leg. Slide the left foot back, tuck the toes, lift your left knee. But pull the left hip forward, keep both hips sinking down and keep the hips squared. Go ahead, keep the hips lifted. Don't worry about sinking down all the way. Now keep both feet pressing down to the floor. Keep your hips down low. And then just to go back and forth toward a twist. Bend the left elbow and bring it down to the floor. Look up over your right shoulder. And then press back up, straight left arm. Again, bring the left elbow down. Look up over your right shoulder. And then go straighten your left arm. One more time, bring your left elbow down. Now stay down. Keep your right foot kicking to the floor, left hip pulling forward. So keep your hips squared. If you want to go further, go ahead and reach your right arm past your head. Try to stack that right shoulder above the left and keep the right foot pressing down. You should feel this somewhere around the right hip. And then go ahead, come back up onto both hands. Slide the right foot back and come back to hands and knees. And let's take that sloppy pigeon setup on the other side. Bring the left knee forward behind your left wrist. Left foot moves over to the right. And just slide the right foot back a bit and curl the toes, or tuck the toes, I should say. Lift the right knee. Now keep your hips squared, right hip forward. Sink both hips down and keep both feet kicking to the floor. Hands forward to that front leg. Now just go back and forth here. Bring the right elbow down to the floor. Look up over your left shoulder. Come back to straight arms. Again, bring the right elbow all the way down. And then press back up. Bring the right elbow down. Look up over your left shoulder. And keep the right hip pulling forward, keep your hips sinking down, keep your left foot kicking into the floor. To go further, reach your left arm up and over past your head, try to stack your shoulders. And then slowly bring yourself back up onto both hands. And slide the left knee back, come back into all fours. Now from here, let's take it to the wrist. Now keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands in close within one hand's length of your knees. Now flip the hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up, the fingertips point toward you. Spread your fingers wide, press your fingertips down, straight arms, press your spine up toward the ceiling. And just feel this out here. Go ahead, sway the shoulders side to side. Feel that tension. Let it move through the wrists. And you can always bring the hands in close if you want to back off from the pressure. But keep the hands engaged with your fingertips pressing down. Now to take it further, come into center. And then one hand at a time. I want you to flip your right hand over, palm down, the fingertips still point in toward your knee. Flip the left hand over as well. And then flip the right hand again. And flip the left and keep just going back and forth like this side to side. So keep your fingertips pointing in toward you the whole time. And just go back and forth. Now take it at your own pace. Each time you reset your hand, spread your fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down. Try to do this with straight arms. Or straighten the arms at least briefly in between. And then the next time you've got both palms down, just hold that position. So palms on the floor, fingertips are still pointing toward you. Keep that grip with your fingertips pressing down. And then look forward and work this with bent arms. Shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath you, lower toward halfway. And then press back up the straight. Shoulders forward, squeeze the elbows underneath you. And then press back up. And keep moving forward and back like this. Keep your fingers gripping. And don't worry about how deep you take this. As long as you can bend to the elbows and keep the elbows under control, you should feel a little bit of a different stretch moving up into the forearms. Now, the next time you come forward, stay forward. Keep the elbows underneath. Try to rest your weight on your arms. Fingertips are still pressing down. Keep looking forward. Now, as you hold this, just keep the tension in your hands. And then move your legs one at a time. Extend your right leg straight back, but reach the big toe as far to the left as you can. And then bring the right knee down to the floor. Left leg back, reach that big toe over the right. And then set the knee down. Right big toe over to the left again. And then bring the knee back to the floor. Extend your left leg over to the right. And then bring the knee back down. Right big toe over to the left one more time. And then bring the knee down. Bring your left big toe over to the right one more time. And then set the knee down on the floor. Go ahead, bring yourself up onto your fingertips. And then come down to sitting on your heels and shake your hands out. Loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. And then when you're ready, go ahead, bring your legs out from underneath you and come to a seat. And once you're seated, we're going to take this into reverse tabletop. Now, feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward if you can. You can always rotate out to the side. But go ahead, press into the floor. Just lift your seat up off the mat. And let's go up and down from here. So with an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift your hips again, and then exhale, lower. Now with your next inhale, press up high one more time, hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, and keep breathing. Now as you hold on to this, engage it further. Dig your heels down, try to pull them back toward your hands, engage more tension through the back line of your body. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way back down. Now once you're down, shake your hands out for a moment. And now we're going to use this setup and take this into a twist. Now keep the feet in front of your hips with distance, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width, and this time fingertips out to the sides, right and left. Now let's push down, lift your seat up off the floor, but stay low. We'll take the first couple rounds slow, and then we'll keep on moving back and forth. So from here, just lift your left foot up off the floor and lift your right hand. Now reach across, right hand touches down past the left edge of the mat, and then come back into center. Now lift your right foot, lift your left hand. Reach across, fingertips down past the right edge. And then come back to center here. Lift your left foot, lift the right hand. Now reach across, you got two choices. You can bring your fingertips down to the floor or go further and touch your elbow down. And whichever works, come back into center from here. Lift your right foot, lift your left hand, reach across, maybe touch down with the fingers, maybe with the elbow. and then bring it back to center, and we'll keep on moving. Twist over to the left again, and then come back to center. Twist over to the right side, and then back into center. Twist over to the left, back to center here. Twist to the right, take it as far as you can, and come back to center. Twist over to the left again, back to center. Twist over to the right, and then come back to center. Twist over to your left again. Bring it back to center. Twist over to the right, and then come back to center. Twist over to your left again. Come back into center. Twist over to the right. Back to center here. Twist over to the left. Bring it back to center. Twist over to the right. And come back to center. Twist over to the left one more time. Come back into center. Twist to the right one more time. Bring it back to center. And then just set yourself down. And take a moment, shake your hands out again. Once the hands are ready, go ahead, cross at the ankles, come forward, your hands back to all fours. And we're going to take it from here down into a forearm plank. So go ahead, bring both forearms down to the floor. And you got the choice here. You know, the forearms parallel with the palms down or push the palms together. Just see if the elbows stay shoulder width. When you're ready, step your feet back, bring your body into line. And see your feet are set up about hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Now keep your hands pressing down. Keep your spine lifted, belly pulled in, chest facing down. And just hold your forearm plank. Now, keep your body parallel to the floor, but shift your weight over to the right arm. Lift the left and just pin the left arm to your side. And then set that left forearm down. Shift your weight left. Reach your right arm back and pin it to your side. And then back to center with both arms down. Shift your weight right again. Left arm to your side. And then bring it back to center. Shift your weight left. Right arm to your side. And then come back to center. Shift your weight right one more time. Extend the left arm back and pin it to your side. And then come back to center here. Shift your weight left. Right arm to your side, just hold. And come back to center, still in that forearm plank. Now go ahead, roll your heels to the right this time. Come up onto your left hand. We're taking this toward a side plank. Now keep your hips up high, maybe just stay here. If you can go further, left hand to your hip. Now if you can move with this, keep your left foot pressing down, keep your hips lifted, and just moving the right leg. From underneath, step the right foot forward. And then step it back. Right foot forward. And step it back again. Right foot forward. Step it back. Right foot forward. And step it back. Right foot forward one more time. Step it back one more time. Come back to center your forearm plank. Now roll your heels left, come up onto your right hand. And maybe just stay here. If you're going to go further, right hand to your hip, keep the hips high. And if you're going to move further, keep the right foot pressing down. From underneath, step your left foot forward. And then step it back. Left foot forward. And step it back again. Left foot forward. Step it back. Left foot forward. And step it back. Left foot forward. Step it back one more time. Come back to your forearm plank. And then go ahead and set your knees down. Come back up onto your hands, back to all fours. And give yourself a moment here. Move around. All right, one more thing before we move on to warm this up, and we'll take this deeper into that twist setup that I showed you before, toward the entry towards side curl. So wrists under the shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Tuck the toes of both feet. Hover your knees, keep your belly pulled in, and then sink back down to your heels. Now from here, we're going to take a cross step. So come forward, right foot steps to the left from underneath, and then sink back to your heels. Left foot steps to the right, and then sink back down. Right foot left again. Come back to the heels. Left foot right, and then sink down. Right foot left, come back to your heels. Left foot right, and sink down. Right foot left again, back to the heels. Left foot right, and then sink down. Right foot left again, sink back down. Left foot right, and then sink down. Right foot left one more time, stay here. Now set your left knee down to the floor, and we'll take this into the twist. So keep the right hand down, adjust as you need to. Inhale the left arm high. With the exhale, bring the left elbow down, press into your right thigh, and bring that hand to the floor to brace your twist. Right hand lines up with the left. Now as you hold this, pull your chest forward, pull that elbow in toward you. Maybe stay here, but if you can go further, tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. Maybe bring your shoulders forward, and see about just lifting up your right foot. Just feel this out. And then let it go. Go ahead, step the right foot back, sink down to your heels. And let's take the other side. Left foot forward to the right side, and then set your right knee down. Now inhale your right arm high. And with the exhale, bring the elbow down, press into your left thigh. Right hand comes down to the floor. Line the left hand up with the right, and then look forward. Now to take it further, go ahead, tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. Maybe bring your shoulders forward and see about lifting that left foot. You're just holding that twist. And then release. Bring that left knee down and come back to all fours. And from all fours, just move around here and breathe. Now you can just stay here and breathe, take another stretch, whatever you like, but whenever you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find a down dog. And once you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. Now, hands about shoulder width distance apart. And just see that you set this up with your hands flat. So flatten your palms as much as you can and feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest low. Reach your hips up high toward the ceiling. And as you reach up, draw into the belly. Pull in from around the low ribs. Use your core to lengthen your spine and reach your hips up as high as you can. If your legs are tight, just bend the knees. And you can always stay loose. You can pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine around, and let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake the side to side to loosen further. When you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then just restack your spine. Round this up to standing. Bring your head up last and just open up your palms to your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now at the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor, to your shins. Lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wrist the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Stay lifted here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. And lower with control all the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. With the exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep looking forward. And as you hold that lift, reach your arms straight back, stretch out through your fingertips. And we're going to go up and down from here, so take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift up, reach behind. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up, reach back again. And with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, reach behind. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up, reach back. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift up, reach behind. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up, reach back one more time and hold. Now keep your feet pressing down, keep your glutes squeezing, bring your hands together. Interlace your fingers, pull the palms toward each other, draw your shoulders back, keep your chest open. And while you hold that lift, take it side to side, hands to the right, but look over the left. Keep the lift, bring your hands left and look right. Through center, hands to the right, look over to the left again. Through center, hands to the left and look to the right. One more round, bring your hands right, look to the left one more time. Stay lifted, hands to the left and look to your right side. Come back to center. You're still lifted. Keep looking forward. Draw the shoulders further back. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Bring it all back down. Once your chin's down, bring the hands forward, back underneath the shoulders. Elbows pulled into your sides. Press into your palms, and we'll take this to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. Press your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to deepen the arc all through the front. Lift up with the arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Bring your hips up high, come back to down dog. Paddle out here, let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And with the exhale, this time, sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now, as you settle in, just pay attention. Feet not too wide within hips width distance. Big toes and knees towards center. Bind it from above. Right hand behind your head, palm faces in. Left palm the other way. Clasp your fingers. And pull the right arm behind your head. Press your head back. Keep your shoulders pulled back, chest open. Keep looking forward. Now, shift the weight to your right foot and lift your left heel. And then left leg forward. Dip your big toe down. Draw a semicircle all the way behind you with your left big toe. And then swing the left leg forward. Left big toe back again. And then swing the leg forward. One more time. Draw that semicircle all the way back. Hold here. Now look forward. Press into the right foot to lift the left. Now keep your lifted body in line, just leaning forward a little bit. Keep your gaze forward. Keep your chest open. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Both hands down. Left foot steps back. Come into low lunge. And from here, we'll take it down lower. Left knee down. Left foot flat behind. Now sink your hips down. Press them forward. And press your torso to the right thigh. Look forward. And reach your arms straight back. We're going to open and close this. With an inhale, reach us up and back. Gaze up high. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, reach up and back again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up and back. Gaze up high and hold. Now let your hips sink low toward the front of the mat. Still stretch this out long. Keep your left foot pressing down, left hip pulling forward. Now hold on to your lunge here, but take it into a side bend. Reach your right arm straight down at your side. Look down the length of your right arm and reach that left arm up and over to the right. As your left arm is reaching, keep that left hip pressing forward. And if you want to take it even further, you can kick your left foot down. Try to take some of the weight out of your left knee. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down around the right foot. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, come back to low lunge. Now from here, you want to set up for a grounded twist. So make sure your feet on two separate tracks, hips width distance. Make your left hand to a fist. Press it to the floor inside the right leg. Take a half bind. Right arm behind your back, palm face away. Draw that shoulder back. Try to stack the right shoulder above the left and look down the length of your left arm. Now we're going to take this slow. Press into your right foot, hover your left hand, and then slowly bring this up to vertical. Right shoulder back, left arm forward. And then hinge from the hips, lightly touch your left hand down to the floor. Press into your right foot, lift up. Right shoulder back, left arm forward. And then hinge forward, lightly touch your left hand down again. Press into your right foot, lift up. Right shoulder back, left arm forward, stay here. Open up your left hand, look to the right. And then reach your right arm out wide. Take a full vertical twist. Try to keep your torso vertical. And open to the right side. Look back toward the right hand. With your next inhale, turn to center, both arms high. Exhale, hands to your hips. Now lean to the right foot. Bring that left foot forward to a pyramid stance, one pace behind the right. So about 3 feet front to back. Hips width distance side to side. Both feet flat, legs straight, left foot points to side a little bit. Now pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers. Pull the palms toward each other. Keep your shoulders pulled back and keep your chest open. And let's take it toward a halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, lead with your chest. Keep looking forward. Come halfway down. Inhale all the way back upright. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way back up. Now with the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway down and hold here. Keep your gaze forward. Right hip pulled back, left hip pulled forward. Keep breathing. Now take it deeper. Touch your belly to the right thigh, even if you got to bend the right knee to make that contact happen. Hips are still squared. Right hip back, left hip forward. Now if you want to take it further, you can press your knuckles toward the ceiling and open up your chest even more. If you want to go even deeper, you can bend the left knee, lift your left heel, and that will focus more tension on the right leg. Just take it to where you need to here. If your hamstrings are tight, you're not going to need a whole lot extra. With your next inhale, come all the way upright, both feet flat. Bring the weight to the right foot. Step the left foot next to the right. That's going to be your base. And come to standing with your right knee high. Now keep your left big toe pressing into the floor. And then once you're ready, let's take it to a warrior three. Hinge from the left hip. Extend your right leg back, bring your lifted body into line. Maybe more upright, maybe toward parallel to the floor. Now keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your gaze forward, try to keep your hips level. Lower the right hip and keep it in line with the left. Just breathe here. With an inhale, slowly bring this all the way upright. Right knee lifted, hands to your hips. And then switch it out. Set the right foot down and bring yourself to standing with your left knee high this time. Dig the right big toe into the floor. When you're ready, when you're stable, line the left knee up with the right. Let's take dancer. Left hand reaches back. Find the inside edge of your left foot. Once you've got that grip, line up your knees. Now keep looking forward. Reach your right arm high. And then to go further, kick in your left hand. Lean forward against the tension of the kick. Pull your left shoulder forward. Keep your gaze forward. And lift your left knee. Just take it down to where you can control. And keep breathing here. With your next inhale, slowly come back up. Hands to your hips, left knee lifted. And from here, we'll take it to low lunge. Step your left foot back, bring both hands down. And we'll go from here to that three-legged dog. So with an inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. And then take that cross step, right foot forward, up and to the left side. Now go ahead, bring your left knee down. We'll take the twist into side crow. Right hand stays down. Inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, bring that left elbow down, press into the right thigh. Find your twist. Left hand sets on the floor to brace it. Right hand lines up with the left. You can just stay here. Look forward. If you're going to go further, tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. And further still, shoulders forward, pull the elbows in. See about lifting up that right foot. Keep leaning forward to bring your left leg up as well. Take it to where you can. When you're ready, move through your Vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, let's take it to the other side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, sink down into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now again, feet within hips width distance, not too wide. Big toes and knees towards center. Bring the left hand behind your head, palm faces in. Right palm the other way, clasp your fingers, and with your right hand, bring the left arm behind your head. Now press your head back, keep the shoulders pulled back, chest open, be sure you're still looking forward. And then focus weight on the left foot and lift your right heel. Right leg forward, dip your big toe down. And then draw a semicircle all the way back. And then swing that right big toe forward. Right big toe back again. And then swing the leg forward. One more time, right big toe back, hold here. Press into your left foot, lift the right, and just stay upright, leaning just a little bit. Keep your chest open, keep looking forward, stay balanced. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot steps back, low lunge. Now from here, take it down lower, right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink the hips down, press them forward, press your torso into your left thigh. Look forward, reach your arms behind. Again, we're going to go open and close this a few times. So with an inhale, reach up and back, gaze up high. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, open up, look up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reach up and back, gaze high, and hold here. Now let your hips sink down and toward the front of the mat, bend into that left knee. Keep the right hip pressing forward and right foot kicking down. Now as you hold this, take the side bend. Reach your left arm straight down at your side. Right arm reaches up and over, but look down your left arm. Now as you're reaching with the right arm, kick the right foot down, pull that hip forward, and maybe take a little bit of weight off that right knee. Take an inhale. With the exhale, both hands down around the left foot. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, come back to your low lunge. Feet on two separate tracks again, hips width distance side to side. Now, we'll take the grounded twist. Right hand's a fist this time. Press it to the floor inside your left leg. Left arm behind your back. Take your half bind and open up to the twist. Left shoulder stacks above the right. Now look down the length of the right arm. Press into the left foot, hover the right hand. And then slowly bring yourself up. Left shoulder back, right arm forward. Hinge from the hips. Lightly touch your right hand down. Press into your left foot, lift this up, left shoulder back, right arm forward again. Hinge from the hips and touch the right hand down. Press into your left foot, lift up, left shoulder back, right arm forward, hold here. Stay open to the side. Open up your right hand, look left. And see about reaching that left arm back. Come into your full vertical twist. Keep your torso upright. Try to reach your arms as wide as you can. With an inhale, turn to center, arms up high. And then hands to your hips. Now put the weight to your left foot, right foot forward for a pyramid stance. So just shorten it up. 3 feet front to back. Again, hips with distance side to side. Your hips are still square. Legs straight, feet flat, right foot points to the side. Now bring your hands to your low back. Find the grip that feels strange. Interlace the fingers. Pull the shoulders back and keep your chest open. Right hip forward, left hip still pulling back. And take it toward your halfway fold. Lead with your chest. Keep your gaze forward. Come halfway down. And then bring yourself all the way back upright again. Hinge from the hips. Come down toward halfway. Keep looking forward. And then bring yourself back up to vertical. Hinge from the hips. Bring yourself toward halfway down and hold here. Keep your gaze forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. Feel the twist. Go deeper. Bring your belly down to touch your left thigh. Bend the left knee if you need to make that happen. Find the stretch on the back of the left leg. If you want to go further, maybe lift your knuckles up toward the ceiling. And if you want to go deeper into that stretch on your left leg, you can bend the right knee and lift the right heel. You may not need to do that to feel this. Just take this to where you can. Now with your next inhale, bring yourself all the way upright, both feet flat. Bring the weight forward to your left foot. Step the right foot forward. And then make the right foot your base, come to standing with your left knee high. Dig the right big toe down, slow your breathing down. Once you're stable, go ahead, bend the right knee, hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg back, come into your warrior 3 again. So keep the hips square, try to bring your body into line, just come down as low as you're able. Keep your gaze forward, keep breathing here. With your next inhale, bring this all the way upright. Left knee lifted. And bring your hands to your hips. Just switch it out. Set the left foot down. That'll be the base. Come to standing with your right knee high this time. Now once you're ready, line the right knee up with the left. And let's take dancer. Reach back with the right hand. Find the inside edge of the right foot. Once you've got that grip, line up the knees, pull the shoulder forward. Keep your gaze forward, left arm high. And let's take it into dancer from here. So kick into the right hand, pull that right shoulder forward, keep looking forward. And just take this as low as you can control. Keep breathing here. With an inhale, slowly come back upright. Hands to hips, right knee lifted for just a moment. And let's take it back to low lunge. Right foot back, bring both hands down. Now once you're down, let's take that 3-legged dog. Sweep the left leg up and back. And step the left foot forward, up and to the right. And let's set up that twist. Bring your right knee down. Left hand stays on the floor. Inhale the right arm high. And with the exhale, bring the right elbow down, press into your left thigh. And then bring that hand to the floor. Line the left hand up with the right. Now look forward. If you're going to go further, tuck the toes, the right foot, hover the knee. Shoulders forward, elbows in, keep leaning. Maybe lift your left foot. And then keep coming forward to lift up your right leg. When you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. From your down dog, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring the knees down to the floor, come into all fours. We're going to take this to Bakasana. Pull the right knee forward to the center of the mat. Right foot over to the left side. Now bring the left knee behind the right. Squeeze your legs to the tight and bring the feet out wide. As your legs are squeezing, come down to sitting between your heels. Just give yourself a moment. Give both sit bones down to the floor. Now once you're ready, take the low part of the bind. Right arm crosses your low back, palm face away. With your left hand, reach. Now you can find the wrist, the elbow, anything between that you can grip. But draw the right shoulder back. Keep your chest open. Sit this up tall. And this is plenty right here. If you want the full arm bind, bring that right hand up between the shoulder blades. Left arm comes from above. And then find that grip somewhere in between. Shoulders pulled back, chest open. Keep your gaze forward. Keep your legs squeezing, your feet pressing down. And just take this to where you can. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just release your arm bind. Set your hands down behind you, lean back and untangle your legs. And then just cross the ankles, come forward, your hands back to all fours. And we'll take it the other way. When you're ready, bring your left knee forward to the center of the mat. Left foot over to the right. Pull the right knee in, cross your legs at the tight, bring your feet out wide. As your legs are squeezing, come down to seated between your heels. And just give yourself a moment to set this up. Now for the arm bind, left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. Reach back with your right hand. You can find the wrist, the elbow, whatever you can grip, but pull that left shoulder back. Open up your chest and sit this up tall. This is enough. If you want the full arm bind, left hand up between the shoulder blades. Right arm from above. And again, just find that grip in between. Shoulders back, chest open. Squeeze the legs together, press your feet into the floor, and just hold your pose here, whatever combination of stretches you can get yourself into. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your arm bind. Bring your hands down behind you. Lean back, untangle your legs. And then come all the way down onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in tight. And then go ahead, bring your feet down to the floor. Now we're going to take a longer round of back bending here. There's going to be 5 lifts. For the first one, I'll start the cue with bridge and then lead into wheel. And just take it as far as you like. The next 4 is your choice, bridge or wheel, and you can go back and forth between the poses. So to set it up, feet and knees, hips with distance, bring your heels in close so your low back starts out basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, just keep your gaze high. Now with an inhale, press in your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and hold that tension with your hips pressing up. You can always take your bridge deeper, just keep your hips lifted. If you're going to take it to wheel, the hips stay high, but bring the hands around your head. Press in your palms. When you're ready, you can lift up and maybe just come to the top of your head, but then straighten your arms. Press your hips toward the ceiling. Open your chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing in. For either pose, if you feel it too much on the low back, you can always lift your heels up, but hold the tension in the glutes and really work to lengthen out the front of your body. Go ahead, bring this all the way back down to the floor. And then when you're down, just take a moment, shake things out a little bit. All right, again, there's going to be 4 more lifts. Bridge or wheel, you can always go back and forth. But to set this up, either way, feet, knees, hips with distance, bring your heels in close. For bridge, arms at your sides with the palms down. For wheel, start with the hands around your head. Now when you're ready, press into the floor, lift your hips up, open up and hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing either pose. And then go ahead, bring it all the way back down to the mat. And just wiggle around a little bit and breathe. All right, let's bring it up again. So go ahead, set your feet, bring your hands into place. With an inhale, lift your hips up, open this up again. Try to take it a little bit higher with each lift. And then go ahead, bring it all the way back down to the mat again. And just move around and breathe. All right, we got 2 more here. So go ahead, reset your feet, bring your hands into place. Press into the floor. With an inhale, lift this up, open up again. And then go ahead, bring yourself all the way back down. All right, we got 1 last hold. Your choice of pose. So be sure your hands and feet are where you need them to be. And this is going to be up for a little bit longer, keep in mind. With an inhale, lift up, open up, hold here. Now again, keep your glutes engaged, keep your hips lifting. You can always bring the heels up if you need to. Stretch your hands down into the floor, open up your chest. And just keep your breathing long and smooth here best you can. When you're ready, slowly bring everything back down to the mat. Once you're down, draw your knees in and just squeeze everything down. Let's take a supine twist. Release your left leg and extend it out fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm out to your side. Now pull the right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath, keep both shoulders down, and look over to the right. Now find the stretch, outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press with your left hand. If you want to take it further, extend your right leg out to the side. Now, if this is enough, stay here. If you want the second bind, you can bend your left knee and maybe reach down with the right hand. If you do have that grip, be sure to kick into your hand. Whatever version of the twist you're in, keep your right shoulder pressing down toward the floor and just keep breathing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this. Draw both knees back in. When you're ready, go ahead and switch it out. Extend your right leg fully. Right hand to your left knee, left arm to the side. Now draw the left knee across your body, tuck your right hip underneath, and look over to the left. Now find the stretch outer left hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press with the right hand. Maybe extend your left leg to go further. And if you want the second bind, you can bend the right knee, reach with your left hand. If you do find that grip, kick into your hand. And again, keep your shoulders grounded, but left shoulder pressing down toward the floor, whatever version of the twist you take. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this and come back to center. Draw both knees in. Squeeze down. And let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And then stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. Now draw your knees down toward the floor. Outside your ribs, press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Work to flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down toward the floor. If you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. Now finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then just let yourself move bit by bit here, fingers and toes, arms and legs. When you're ready, take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here. Stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to at the top. And just let everything go. Now, thank you for joining class. Namaste.